Where have I been hiding, you ask yourself? Could be maybe behind this box of risotto. Start with arborio rice from Italy, imported of course here in Thailand. 3/4 of a cup, that should be enough for two. Actually, it's quite generous. These are Swiss brown mushroom, woodland mushrooms, which is quite interesting because they come from Malaysia, so I have no clue why they're called Swiss brown, but anyhow, they're very good. They have a very porcini-like kind of texture. Chunky cut garlic, because I like it that way, and then instead of having your usual onions to saute and glaze your rice first, I use finely chopped leeks. Here I have some Italian parsley. That's really going to be the decoration. The star of the dish is the Petit Reblochon whole milk, or raw milk cheese from the Savoy region of France, which is bordering Switzerland, with some beautiful winter resorts there. And as you know, the food is brilliant, but heavy. Salt, like always, I use the sel de mer because it's a very nice refined kind of butter from France. Instead of using olive oil today, I'm using walnut oil because I want to make a change and try out how that tastes. But you can of course use olive oil, salt and pepper to taste. And then I have, forgive me for that, a dash of the white truffle oil. Guys, I really would like to have some real white truffles on Alba, but I'm not that rich. So let us start cooking. Here we have some white wine. This is, I took a selection of a Italian Chardonnay. I don't know where my wife can see this. Okay, down. Okay, that Italian Chardonnay is complementing. Italians would use something like that. Maybe the French would use a little bit something different, but it's right here, and that is an amount I think is reasonable. So I add quite a lot when I reduce it. So let's start cooking. I'm gonna add quite a chunk of butter here, probably 15 grams I would say, and I add some of the walnut oil. Now all I have to do, we have to wait until that starts sizzle and dissolve. Okay, here it is, nice and sizzling. I just wait a little longer, and once that starts, I start to add things. First, I start with my leeks. Just twirl them around a little bit, making sure not to burn them. Sometimes I will take this off the heat quickly, so don't forgive me for that, but it's just that I don't want it to burn. And with the gas oven, I'm trying to keep, you know, the temperature high. Next thing is the mushrooms. Okay. I'm going to leave the decoration mushrooms for somebody else. There we go. Again, just glaze this here, and we go. I will add a little bit more of the walnut oil, just because I don't want these things to burn, because the heat has to be high. Just like the heat of your broth. Last but not least, I put the garlic because we don't want the garlic to burn. Nothing worse than having burned garlic, because then it tastes like what? Okay, so now put that inside. Voila, gone. And I combine all of that. It smells wonderful. I hope you can see this, Mimi, because I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. Here. Tiptoeing. Wonderful. So our broth is boiling. I'm cutting it off because I don't want this to overboil, so I'm just letting this cook a little bit longer. The rice, there it goes, raw as it is. Boom. Done. And what do? We mix it quickly, à la minute. Now the rice has to I will have to show you this, Mimi, because the rice has a texture that our viewers need to see. It's becoming like glazed. So we're ready. The white wine. Oh, the sound of that makes me hungry already. And now we're gonna wait a moment until it is absorbed before we're gonna add the broth. I added two ladles of broth, and stirring is the secret. You can't leave a risotto cooking by itself. Can't. I mean, no. That is why, with all due respect, I do not mainly eat risottos in restaurants, because I know how busy a kitchen can be, and it's gonna be very hard to maintain this quality. So this will go on, and I will ladle and ladle as the rice cooks. If you let me put the ladle. Okay, I'm starting ladling now. It's getting to get burned. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, and now we're gonna let it cook. Okay, look how this takes form. Isn't that beautiful? Again, now is the time to put a little bit of salt and pepper. Just as you like it, that I leave up to you, like I always do. There you go. Not too much salt, of course. And I'm adding more of the consommé, so that it can soak it in nicely. Okay, look how nice this is cooking. Now I have changed my mind. Look what I found in the fridge. This is Burgundy triple cream cheese with black truffle. Boom! That will come on top of the Reblochon we have. Now, for our American viewers, I know in Canada, on Granville, for example, in Vancouver, Granville Market, you find all the cheese you want, but in the US sometimes they don't have them all. You may want to exchange that for a brie, Gruyere, also, or a combination. And in Northern California, they have some fantastic triple creams, double creams that would complement, but it has to be a bit tangy, because the Reblochon is going to be more tangy and nutty. I add a little bit of the white truffle oil, but just a dash. That gives it a little nuance of, little hint of truffle-y. Smells gorgeous. Now we're going to keep cooking as the risotto approaches its final stages, which is very soon. Now I'm going to put the Reblochon. Leave the rind on it. It's edible, sorry, not good English. Edible. Now this is a serious cheese. So now, my friends, frankly, all that has to happen is, I reckon, about 5 more minutes. Let the Reblochon fold in nicely. Has, as I say, a very nutty taste, complements the mushrooms, the Chardonnay, the leeks. It's going to be brilliant. Once it's done, I want to have it al dente. You know, risotto has to look mushy, but be kind of crunchy in the inside. You want to add more pepper or salt, more white wine, less white wine, more broth, less broth. Guys, it's up to you. I put a half a Reblochon in there, and I think for 2 people that's more calorie than you need in 5 weeks, but it is truly fantastic. So now let's put the final product on this lovely plate here. Little bit of Italian parsley on top. There you go. That looks nice, and it tastes even better. Here we are. Risotto with Reblochon. Just so. There you go. Wow. Now, not because I did it, It's because the cheese and the mushrooms did it. It's not me, I got nothing to do with it. I just cooked it. Fabulous. Let's get some of that wine that I poured. One can have a salad with this if you want, not. Come volete. This is a Franco-Italian risotto fusion. Reblochon, the triple cheese burgundy, the mushrooms from Malaysia. Pretty. Absolutely fabulous. I should not even eat this. Honestly, it's just so many calories, but it's gorgeous. So, hope you can make it at home. Choose your cheeses. If you have a Reblochon, please do it. If you have a Munster, please do it. If you have a strong triple cream kind of brie, please do it. I say cheers to that. À votre santé. C'est merveilleux. J'aime beaucoup. Et à la prochaine, comme de nouveau. Bien appétit et bon appétit. Non, bien appétit. Bon appétit. C'est ça. À la prochaine. Ciao.